Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. I'm realizing that I probably need a haircut. Anyways, I'm so happy to do my live today with you. We're talking with Jeanine Mason, who is the star of Roswell. Not Roswell. I don't know where my brain is today. Sorry, everybody. New Mexico. So I haven't eaten yet. I just had the coffee and my brain clearly is slow. But I can't wait to chat with her about her TV show on the CW and all the exciting things that she is doing. So in a minute, she will join us. I see you laughing. I spent, while we're waiting for her, 2 hours in the car this morning too, before all that. So that was pleasant, but I got rid of my children. So that is amazing. Roswell, New Mexico. Thank you. So I wasn't totally off. Okay. Thank you for the help, Salima. So let me just see where, hi, Jeanine, let's do this. I'm going to add you, go live. Hi.
Hi!
I'm so sorry. I was like, where am I? It's 2:30.
You killed it. I was like, no, you're right.
Oh, I doubted it. I totally just was like, I do that with phone numbers, or like when you have to do the dial-in codes on a Zoom call and you're like, did I get it right? Let me double check. So
I mean, you nailed it. Thank you.
how are you today?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be talking with you. I am such a fan, as I know so many are, but I just love you. I love your hustle and I love the community you create, especially, I mean, in your industry for sure, but at large, really. And it's just super inspiring to see how you take care of other people and not just yourself too. It's incredible. So thank you.
Wow, thank you a lot. I feel like sometimes, and I'm sure you feel this way too, you're just like, your head's down and you're in it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always incredible to me the moments when it's like you can find a way to lend a hand or really like create a community for yourself, like how much it supports people, not just yourself, but you know, your friends. It's incredible. So yeah.
Yay. Well, where are you? What is new? I want to dig into your show because clearly you have so many excited people here.
Oh, thank you. I'm in New York
Okay.
and I love it. I arrived in February and I was like, here we go, hiatus. We finished shooting season 2 end of January. And so I came out for New York Fashion Week. I was so excited to just be here and get to like spend time in the city this hiatus. And then of course 2020 had other plans in store. But I'm back now. I've been back for a couple months and it's actually, it feels really special to be in the city right now. It's just like it's a different pace and weirdly I'm grateful for it because it feels like since it's so slowed down, I'm like able to get my bearings a bit more and it's just nice to see the like cafe culture that's emerged and you know everybody, yeah, everything's outdoors and I'm in the park. I'm going to the park today. I'm doing like a little social distance picnic with some girlfriends, so it's been fun. Yeah.
That's nice. I'm glad you're with you because I've been out of the city. I'm in Florida right now, near my parents. And all you hear about is like excessive crime, homelessness. New York is a war zone. And you're just like, is that my city? Like, could it be true that it is like that?
I know it is crazy to see like how much, you know, has been happening. And again, like I'm new here, so I know that's a thing that's just a part of the summer. It's the summer months, the heat. It's a lot of things that are attributed to the reason why we have an increase in crime. But what I'm seeing is really, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's just like everybody's wearing masks. Everyone's so respectful. Everybody's like really, you know, avoiding each other. It's like the smiling eyes that you see. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so happy to be here. It feels good to be here. So.
Oh, that's good to know. Good,
Yeah.
good boating for when I come back for Fashion Week.
Yes, exactly.
So let's talk about Roswell, New Mexico. Tell me everything. It got renewed for a third season, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Um, where do we start?
Oh man. Well, okay, I think honestly that's a good place just
Okay.
third season feels incredible.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this for like 10 years now, truly, like since I was little, but I started when I was 19. I'm 29 now, so it's been like 10 years of like being in it and working, and I'm very much the like, you know, hustling working actor who like did the co-stars, did the guest stars, did the pilots. I've done a couple recurrings, and some have been a little more, you know, fancy. Like I got to recur on Grey's Anatomy for a season, and it was like I'm in the TV. It was amazing. But I've done so many pilots, and so I really have like just an extra sense of gratitude for, oh my God, we're at season 3. That just doesn't happen anymore. So I feel so fortunate, and I'm just very grateful to our fans, of course, and like our team. It's just it's fun to like return to the same group every year, and I'm pumped for season 3. Yeah.
I think that people who are not actors have no idea like how many auditions you have to go to, how many pilots you might film, and then you make it and they're like, "Oh, life must be great." And you're like, no. This is 10 years you've been doing this, right?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. I did Roswell, New Mexico is my 7th network pilot.
Wow.
And only one other one got picked up. It did a season and then it died. And all of those were incredible opportunities, and they all led to meeting people who, of course, it like leads to lifelong friends or to other work opportunity, of course. But you know, as the like numbers kept ticking, it was like year after year, like the next one. You know, I kept getting people telling me, well, like, you know, I kept hearing about Matthew Perry and George Clooney, and both did 10 pilots, apparently. We might have to check this map, but each of them did 10 pilots before they got Friends and ER. So everyone was like, just take your time, no rush. And so I was like, I mean, you know.
Say that, right? No rush. I'm just getting older by the minute, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's just, it's a marathon, you know, it's not a sprint. And I truly want to Betty White this. Like, I want to work. I don't know about you, but like, I don't imagine retirement. Like, I just always want to be like, oh, sure, I'm open. If the right invitation comes, I'll go and play on that set and like join the party. Like, I would love to Betty White this.
I love that you're calling it Betty White. My Betty Whiting this is I want to have a sandwich shop in Greece, and I'll just make this as an old lady, and my husband's gonna sell scooters next door, so it'll be like your one stop like picnic as you go up a hill.
Oh my God, that sounds lovely. Have you picked an island? Have you manifested an island?
Yes, you've seen Mamma Mia, I assume, and it was filmed in this small island, and I was like, that's where it has to be.
I love how specific you are too. Like that's the way I have to be with shit. And I think it's the way to make it happen. Is like you have to like be specific about what it is you're trying to will into your life. You know.
Totally.
That's amazing.
Just, I think maybe they join us, but yes, Emily Roswell got picked up for a 3rd season.
Mm-hmm.
That's must be such a relief for fans, because I was just into this show called Colony, and I saw it just ended abruptly. Like there was a windstorm and an explosion, and then it was like, oh, it's not renewed, and I was like, it's like leaving someone in the middle of a you know what, like you're about to have, and you're just like, we're done.
Totally. I mean, it's that's really, the CW is great. They have a record of investing in their shows, and I think it's part of the reason why they have such like cult followings. And now, so for example, Roswell is on Netflix. So now that our 2nd season just finished airing, we aired through like the whole of the pandemic. It's now on Netflix. So season 1 and season 2 are on Netflix, and then that's been interesting because it'll be, you know, a month of it. It's been probably on for like a month now, and now I'm just like seeing new people being like, oh my God, I just started, and I'm, you know, and that's insane. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I hate it when that happens.
Like you're left in the middle, left in lurch.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you still dance.
Yes, of course. That was a big part of like wanting to be out here too. I mean, I just wanted to like reconnect with my kind of people, my kind of artists who really are like top to bottom artists, I like to say, where it's like instrument is used in all kinds of way and like ready to like express in the way it's called upon that day. So I have a lot of dancer friends here. I'm from Miami originally. Okay. So I was in Florida off the top of quarantine, and a lot of my friends from Miami and dancers have stayed up in here. So it's just nice to be back where like I feel like that part of my artistry can really be nurtured. But
What kind of dance is your favorite?
oh man,
Play do versus watch.
totally. That's what I was gonna ask you. Okay, I mean, you know, I love contemporary. I love modern. I love jazz, and they all sort of cross over to me in a lot of ways. I love me some Fosse. Like I just drooled over Fosse Vernon last year. I was like, yes. I love anybody who's sort of doing new things in the way he was like so huge in new movement, and it all sort of feels like it's born out of that genre, you know?
Yep.
Um, but I'll watch anything. I was here in December actually. I came from New Mexico. Just, I love to do like even a weekend with my mom in New York during the holidays and
Yeah.
just, hit all the things. And
Yeah.
we saw the Nutcracker. We saw New York City Ballet's Nutcracker, and I drooled through that as well. So, yeah.
I was a dancer for whatever, 12 years. So my respect and love for dance runs so deep. And anyone that keeps dancing, I'm like, ugh, why didn't I keep at it? But
I always say that to people. I'm like, it's amazing how it's like another language. And as soon as you know it, even if it was when you were a baby, you just suddenly can view anything and can identify it better. Like I marvel when friends are like, that looks good. And I'm like, I'm feeling particularly shady. I'm like, no. But like you would get it. You would be like, that was garbage.
no, I mean, I won't dance at all now. So whenever I see someone even bother, like a good friend of mine, like loves to just get out and dance in the middle of nowhere. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, you're really good. You're like way better than I would be right now. So more power to you for just keeping.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just met with our writers room because they're getting to work and we're like, okay, hopefully this will be, soon that we can get back to work safely. And they are writing an episode where they're thinking of incorporating some dance. And I'm
Ooh,
like, yes, let's hit it.
get the Fosse out.
I'm so ready for that. I joke that the CW does these like they do these like musical episodes. I'm like, I just need this show to go long enough that we get a musical episode.
Totally.
Like, please, just let us live that long.
Oh, that's awesome. JG Namaste. Namaste? Namaste.
Namaste.
Had any advice for high school performers during the pandemic?
Ooh, I love that. Absolutely. I mean, first of all, relax. Like, don't have ease with yourself. You've got time, babies. You've got time. And right now, it is time for you to just get better and better and better. So find resources. I always tell people like the arts, for whatever reason, we feel like we don't have measurable things we can do every day in the way we might somewhere else, in other areas. But there are measurable things you can do every day. You can read a new play. You can watch a couple interviews. You can watch a movie and watch it for the filmmaking. There are things you can do every day to just expand your understanding and follow your curiosity. And it's amazing how those things, I find it's quicker and quicker every time. It's 6 months down the line, not even, maybe 2 months. And then you're in an interview or in an audition and they say, have you seen that movie? And you're like, I watched it. So take your time and know you can do things every day and be creative about what they are.
I think that's such good advice because, and I say this as a hypocrite, but if I were to take my own advice, and it's this fine line between drive, like I moved to New York at 18. I had to go, 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 and I couldn't relax, and I could never take time off, and I always had to work. And I look back, and I'm like, why didn't I just take a fucking weekend, right? Hang out with my friends, and I can't question too much because I got to where I got to. But at the same time, like you're right, like relax, like you babies out there, you have so much time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm 100% with you. We are like cut from the same cloth. I've been like that relentlessly. Like I love working hard, and I feel like what I try to do now, particularly in hiatuses, which this is a weird kind of version of what a normal hiatus looks like for us actor folks. I just try to follow my curiosity, and that was so hard for me off the top because it felt like a rebellion to my like task-oriented brain.
Yeah.
But it's so powerful, especially when you're like looking for creativity like we are, you know? It's like the thing that like one year I went down this rabbit hole and I read a bunch of books about witches. And I was just like, I don't know why I'm into this, but I read a bunch of witches and midwives and feminism books and the way that those three things
Wow.
connect, and it was so fun. And I don't know, perhaps there's a witch in my future. I mean, hello, Hocus Pocus reboot, can I get in there? But you know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
those things are so valuable, and I agree with you. It's like you got to have a balance. You got to know yourself and like find the balance.
totally. Wait,
Yeah.
which witches books did you read? I'm now curious.
Oh man, so I actually read a book called Witches, Midwives, and Feminism,
Oh,
and
wow.
then there were a couple other which I can't remember the titles.
And witches.
Yeah. Oh man, that one was fascinating because that one really, and it's a pretty short book, but it was the one that sort of like strings the three together.
Ooh,
And then I read a couple more just on witches, which I'll send it to you in your DM because I know I have it in my Goodreads app.
someone said you star in Charmed, Moon Dancer.
Oh my God. I love Charmed. The babes on Charmed, Sarah Jaffrey. I love her. She's one of my faves. That's like my CW sister show because it's like all the Latinas.
Okay, last question, then I'll let you get on with your beautiful picnic.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. This is a great question. I love this. Have you started any new books to get back into Liz's headspace for season 3? That's actually what I've been doing as of recently. I've sort of, with this like meeting with the writer's room, I've been like, okay, let's find those like Liz Arteco's books. And last year I asked the fans to help me come up with a hashtag to like catalog these books. And they came up with the hashtag Readswell NM off of Roswell NM, which is brilliant. I love it. But I have one right here. I just read Sonia Sotomayor, our Supreme Court Justice, Latina, third woman on the Supreme Court Justice, her memoir, My Beloved World. It is incredible. It's absolutely going to be one of my Liz Arteco books this year. And I finished it like 2 days ago and I cried. She's one of those people that I'm like, I'm just grateful you exist. Thank you for existing. And just her existing and her vibrancy, the way she works, it gives me so much. And I'm grateful for that, you know?
I love that.
So
Good cry. It's so cathartic, right?
oh my God. And off a memoir, I don't know if I'd done that before.
Totally. I did. I did Patti Smith, the end of Patti Smith's book, Just Kids. I was sobbing like a baby.
I mean, I've had that one on my list for so long. So, okay.
So good. Like a whole collection inspired by her, like the way she dresses, her whole world. I was obsessed.
Mm-hmm. It's so fun. I love the, you know, hitting like a fiction book and then like jumping into a memoir and then like, you know, it's so fun to vary it. But
I went up to her, I met her once, and it was that moment where you like go up to someone and you're like, I know I'm gonna tell you I'm such a fan, and they're gonna be like, thanks, and that's all. And she was like, thank you, and then she walked away, and I was like, womp womp.
I know, I've been there. And now I agree with you. I'm like, should I do it? But there's certain people where it's like you just have to.
I know, but every time I do, it's so anticlimactic. They just want to be left alone, you know?
I know. No. Such a bummer.
Okay, sorry. One last question because I know JC said food is life, so we can't end this live until you tell us what your food is for the picnic.
Oh, it's pizza. I am a huge New Yorker cliche.
Love it.
Pizza and white wine.
Sounds good to me. I want to come.
You know? Girl, we'll be at Sheep's Meadow. Come join us.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for doing this with me. You look beautiful in your Ollie dress. I
love it so much. I just posted about it, but I'm obsessed. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I can't wait to watch you on season 3.
Season 3 coming soon.
Soon.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
So nice to chat with you.
Yeah, you too. Have a great
Have
week.
fun in Florida.
Thanks. Bye.